this video, we're now going to start onboarding our brokers into our cClear system so that we can start monitoring and looking at the data flowing around in our network. So we start by logging into our cClear management system. And once we've logged in, we have access to configure and add new devices into the system. We can either do that through our configure cVu, cStores option here, or we can just use the setup devices button on the center of the dashboard. The next thing it does is asks us, what are we trying to onboard? Are we going to be onboarding a broker, or are we going to be onboarding a packet capture device? So in this particular case, we're going to be onboarding our cVu broker. So we click on that. It'll then ask us for our IP address. So in this particular case, my IP address is 216.38.147.84. Once we've entered in the IP address, it's going to ask us to confirm how do we want to authenticate cClear with this particular broker. So in this particular case, we're going to just use the standard user login, and we need to enter in the username and password. So cPacket and the password. Okay. We also need to verify that password just to make sure, and we can now connect the device together. So what will now happen is that this cClear will reach out to that remote device. It has found that that unit. It's now asking us to onboard and just give it a name. So I'm going to call this cVu 400 underscore 01. The device's IP address. We can also give it any device groups if we want to. I'm going to tell it to go ahead and pull all of the metrics from that broker in real time, as well as confirm the username and password and set up any other additional security measures. So maybe we want, this is a second cClear that I have access, so I don't want this to be the master, but also I'm not enforcing SSL verification. Once I've done that, I can go ahead and save that. And that was now successfully added, and it's saying, do I want to add any more, or do I want to add a cStore? And I'm going to do that in a follow-up video. So once we've done that, we now basically should have a cVu that has been onboarded, and we can see it down here. And what will happen is you can see it's now gone online. So the cClear has been able to connect to that device, get all the information, its serial number, the version of firmware that it's currently running, and we can see that on the main dashboard. I can also click on the details tab, and it'll give me a lot more real-time information about what's going on within that device in real time from there. So I can see how much data is currently traveling through that broker in both directions. I can see any packets dropped. I can see temperature. Information is all now becoming available through that. And again, I can click on my configure cVus, and again, I can see that device is in there. I can see how much traffic is going on, and I can confirm that that device is now on board. And also from here, I can also click on the little open button to open that remote cVu broker and actually now access that broker and actually get into there and set up filters and everything manually if I didn't want to do them within cClear. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to leave this running for the next 5 minutes, and then what we should be able to do is come to our dashboards on the left hand side here, and we should be able to now come down on the right hand side and look at our metrics. So right down here you can see we have the cVuNG metrics. I can actually click on that dashboard now, and you'll start to see that we're now getting data coming in from that particular broker, and we can see information about that broker coming in and looking and giving us access to that information. So I can see I'm already starting to get real-time data from that device, and again I can zoom out and just say look at the last 5 minutes, and you can see since I onboarded it, I'm now starting to get all of that information about that that broker's data. And again, I can filter based on that broker as well. I can also just, for example, look at specific ports. We're going to go over this in more detail in follow-up videos, but this is just really to confirm that I'm now getting real-time metrics from that broker. I'm able to see all of the ports and all of that packet metadata coming into my local cClear platform.